Hey guys, welcome to my 5th YouTube tutorial on scripting, and today we're going to be learning about functions on Roblox. So in front of me, you see these two generator type of things. We have two arguments and one function. Basically, this argument is like a function, but it's going to generate a random number for us. This blue generator will generate a random operator on Roblox. So what we are going to do is put those two arguments into a function. We're gonna generate two numbers, put it in here. We're gonna generate a random operator and put it in here. And then first number plus, minus, multiply, divide by a second number. That is basically what a function does in Roblox. You give it some arguments and it returns a value. So here's what I'll show you guys. All right, so here's my little Roblox avatar and things like that. But we will generate a random number. So let's generate. Bang. 6. Another one and 9. 6 and 9. Okay. Stop laughing. Come on. We're gonna generate a random operator. So we're gonna do 6 plus 9. Okay. So let's put in 6. There we go. Number 1, which is, you would call these things parameters. So that's what you would like name it in a function. But our function takes in two arguments, and we have two arguments, 6 and 9, and also another argument, which is a plus, and we put in the plus in here. All right, and then our function is going to return a value. So what is 6 plus 9? 15. Let's go. Okay, and since we have a return value, we can use it. We can use it back into here, but we need two arguments to actually make our function work, because look what happens when we try to press it. Nothing works, right? So we are going to get us another number, which is 5. And then we're going to generate another operator, which is subtraction. So we're going to do 15 minus 5. So 15 minus 5 is going to give us 10. So yeah, we can use like a function's return value to be used somewhere else in our code. And I'm gonna show you guys now how to actually write like a function in Roblox. So what we have here is a basic function. The core of it is you need a name for the function, and you need to say, oh, these keywords, function and end. Anything that runs in here, let's say print hello world. So we can call this function later in our code to be used. So if we call it by doing this, name, and you use these parentheses. So this is how you call a basic function. We're going to test it right now. So you guys can see it working. So it's going to print out hello world. That's pretty cool, right? And you can use it like anywhere in our code. So you can have it like 4 times. It's going to print out 4 times. So you don't need to write print hello world like 4 times, basically. This is going to print out 4 times. Here, watch this. And yeah. Hello world 4 times. And that's what the point of function is, the dry principle, which is don't repeat yourself. Every time you have like similar code maybe like print hello world 2 or something like that, you don't want to like put this here, this here, this here. You actually want to just use this one function so you don't rewrite code, because you want to keep your code like consistent and clean. Okay, now we will talk about arguments. So, if you guys seen like this, we're going to put arguments in our function, which is number 1 and number 2. And we're just going to have a function that adds 2 numbers together. So we have first number and our second number. So we're going to have, we're just going to have this function print out 2 numbers, or adding 2 numbers and stuff like that. So these things are called parameters. You can call it arguments, parameters. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you pass through, things you pass through a function. In Roblox, you're not going to have like people putting the same number and everything like that. So it could be 5 and 8. You could do like another number, like another 2 numbers. That's why functions are important, because these numbers can be random, and you don't have like consistency with players in Roblox. Like they could choose whatever they want, right? So this 5, 8 is going to give us 13, I think, if I did that math correctly in my head. So yeah, it's going to give us 13. And so here we can do like 5, 8, 5, whatever. Just give us 2 numbers, 8, 8, 16, and then we got 10 here, which is like 18. I'm doing small numbers so I can actually like show you guys like what the use of functions is. So 13, 18, 16, 18. So that's our, basic passing in arguments. These are arguments. All right, now we'll talk about the return values in Roblox. So you guys know how we pass in 2 arguments. It's going to return us a number ball. That's what we're going to do. And to do that, you just replace this statement as here. So we're going to return these 2 numbers. Guys, if you try to put like anything under here, like hello world, it won't ever run. And it's also going to give you like an error. So like, no, you actually need to have an end. Like, if you put a return here, you're going to have, you can't have anything under it. The only like time you can have something under it is if you like wrap it into a conditional or something like that. And then you can just say a print hello world. But anything under it, it's not gonna run it because this is true. So what does that even mean, basically? So we're gonna print out 5 plus 5, right? So 5 plus 5 is gonna give us 10. This is true, so it's gonna return it, but it's not gonna print this hello world because we're returning from this line already. Okay, so it's gonna give us 10. So the power of it is, remember we get a purple ball. If we get another number, so let's put in another number. So let's actually, now we can store this sum into a variable. So we have our sum here. Now we can just do add numbers and we can reuse the sum into our function again. So this is going to give us 15. Okay. All right. So it gives us 15. Also, this is another tip. If you give like a variable name here, it's going to show what it's going to return. So over here, it says it returns a number. So you can say it returns a vector 3 as well. So if you do that, then it's going to say, oh, wow, it returns a vector 3. And that's how you make your functions readable for other people to know what it's going to be. So here you can also say number, and here number. So you know that the first argument is going to be a number. The second argument is going to be a number, and it's going to show over here. So that's a little tip. So it's return type, basically, what it's going to give back. Okay, last thing I know about functions is it can return multiple values back. So what does that mean? It means if, let's say we have this sum right here, right? And we want to add 10 to it. Okay, so I stored both of these variables, number 1 plus number 2, and then we're adding 10, which is going to go into our variable sum 10. We're also going to have another sum, which is just the 2 normal sums added together. We can do sum and then put a comma here, sum 10, okay? And you can go like, oh, sum 100 or sum 1,000,000. You can return as much as values as you want. And that's just another tip that you can do with sums. So what does that would look like? Here we go. It's going to return us these 2 values here if we call this function. So print sum, and then we're going to concatenate it. We're going to do sum 10. All right, and those are the 2 values. So you can give it as much as values as you want it to return. Okay, that's all I have for now. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next episode. Peace.